Hey YouTube, it's Robert back here with another video, and I'm once again coming to you guys from my very own kitchen, and I'm here with a video on carpet. So I figured what better place to do a video on carpet than in the kitchen. But actually we're going to be putting 3 of our most common fiber types up against a red wine today, which I think serves as a great representation of how carpets handle food and beverage items. Red wine is notoriously one of the toughest stains to get out as far as anything that we'd be using in a kitchen setting. Food and beverages is really what the manufacturers are referring to when they're talking about stains. The things that we track in from outside on our shoes, dirt, soil, those fall under a totally separate warranty, which is actually a soil resistance warranty. So we're going to do a couple little tests here, and I'm going to demonstrate for you a little bit of what the technologies behind each of these fiber types are and how that technology helps in terms of it holding up against stains and soiling, as well as the cleaning options and how we actually treat, and then what kind of results we can expect from those treatments. So we're going to test it both against a wine as well as a bleach. But before we do that, if you guys would go ahead and hit the like button for me, and then be sure to comment down below with any of your guys' thoughts or questions at the end of this video. Also, if you're subscribed to my channel, please let me know what other videos you'd like to see. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and then let me know what other videos you would like to see. All right, and let's jump right into it. So in today's video, we're going to be comparing 3 different fiber types, and these 3 fibers represent the vast majority of all the products that you're going to go out and see when you're shopping for carpet. Now there are some specialty and some kind of niche product categories like wools and a couple other synthetic types of fibers, but the vast majority of the products that you're going to see from your major manufacturers will be one of these 3 carpet styles, or carpet fibers I should say. So the first fiber type is going to be our polyester. This is represented by this piece here from Engineered Floors, or Dreamweaver is most likely the name that you're going to see if you go shopping for it. And polyester is a naturally stain resistant product, though it's generally not associated with a high level of durability. Our next piece here is going to be a nylon, and we're using a Shaw piece with this waterproofed backing on it. Our nylon product is a tried and true fiber type. It's been around for a long time, and it is our really durable product that we just know what to expect after decades of it being in homes. But nylon is not naturally stain resistant, so that's where things like Stainmaster and Scotchgard come into play. In the past, we've had a variety of different types of treatments that are applied to the nylon to help and protect it from stains. And our last fiber type is relatively new in comparison to nylon and our original polyesters, and that's going to be the Tri-Exta fiber, represented here by this Karastan carpet. Now Tri-Exta is generally marketed as smartstrand, and it is completely exclusive to Mohawk and Mohawk's company that they own, Karastan, as well as now one other, which is Godfrey Hirst, primarily a wool company that was recently acquired by Mohawk. So they also use that fiber type. But Smartstrand would be the actual fiber name that you generally would go and see when you're shopping for carpet. So these are our 3 main fiber types. Now, one thing I want to make perfectly clear, unfortunately for me, none of these companies are endorsing me or paying me in any way, shape, or form to make this video. However, fortunately for you, you know that you're getting my unbiased opinion on these carpets. All right, and before we jump into our 3 fibers here that we were looking at and how they hold up against wine, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a little test on 2 of these and see how they react to bleach. And bleach isn't something that we would generally be planning to expose to our carpet, but this is just, I think, an amazing representation of where technology has come in carpet and what kind of things you can expect from it. So I got this undiluted bleach here that we're just going to go ahead and let soak right into our Smartstrand carpet, and then again I have another Shaw nylon piece, and we're going to expose that to the bleach as well. Now, we're going to pretty much let this just sit on these for a little while so that they can kind of get that bleach setting in, and we'll be able to see how these hold up to the bleach. So when we talk about stain resistance in the carpet and how we clean it, a couple of the things are how do we clean a stain once it's in the carpet, and then also how well does the carpet repel the stains to begin with. So we've got this bucket here with water, and I'm going to use it to demonstrate the fact that these products now actually have a repelling technology applied to these fibers to help keep them from absorbing liquids in the first place. So when I take this nylon, for example, and I throw it right on top of my water, it actually floats across the top because that coating that's been applied to the fibers is repelling that liquid. And then doing the same thing with a smartstrand carpet, when I apply it again onto the top of the water, it also has a repellent technology that helps to keep it from absorbing those liquids in the first place. So both of these just float right across the top, and they'll continue to do that for actually quite some time before those liquids break through that, and then eventually we'll see it absorb and both of these pieces would sink. Now when I compare that over here with this piece from Dreamweaver, the polyester piece, it's going to sit right on top of here, but it actually absorbs the water right away, and you can see it sinks to the bottom really quickly actually. So that product, it does not really have that repelling nature to it the way that the others do, although that's only part of it. Part of it is how well does it repel it. The second is how easily do we get it out once something has actually broken down into that fiber. Alright, so like you see, we have those products that have the repellent over the top of them. And so that kind of helps to keep that liquid from penetrating in to begin with. So when we see like a nylon, for instance, and we have a demonstration where it's showing how well, you know, a red wine gets basically beaded up and it just kind of rolls off the top, that works pretty well. But the problem is we don't generally get red wine from an inch or two off the carpet where we spill it. You know, most of our stains are going to happen from a standing position where we happen to drop something, or the kids, you know, drop the plate or whatever it might be. And so there's more force of just gravity from whatever it is that's falling that's breaking through that quicker when it's coming from a few feet off the ground as opposed to a few inches off the ground. So we're using our wine here, and this is not an expensive product for those of you that are cringing at me wasting any kind of wine. I have all the good stuff off camera for my own entertainment. But we're going to go ahead and really let some of that absorb into this nylon piece, all right? And then we're going to do the same thing with our smartstrand carpet. We're going to, again, let the wine get right up into here. We're really letting it absorb. You can see I'm being fairly generous with my wine. And I'm always a generous pourer when it comes to wine. But then we're going to do the last, the Dreamweaver piece, same thing. And we're letting that wine absorb. Now the Dreamweaver one, again, the wine just absorbs right into that polyester. But like I said, repelling the liquids is only the first part. And I have people all the time and they'll ask me, you know, I want something that hides stains. I'm like, well, that's great to hide them, but I'd rather get those stains out altogether. You know, I don't want to just hide dirt and stains. I want to be able to get those things out of the carpet. So this light carpet does not hide the stain at all. It's very apparent on it, but the question is, can we get this out? And the answer is yes, as you'll see in a second. Now with all of these products, the manufacturers recommend hot water extraction as the method for professional steam cleaning, which if you look at how you maintain your warranties on carpet, needs to be done about every 18 months. So that's pretty much the same protocol for each of these fibers. Now one of the key differences is with nylon, we have a treatment applied to that nylon, and eventually that treatment is going to wear off. So when a professional cleaner comes in and they're steam cleaning it and then they want to apply a Scotch Guard or a protectant for you later on, at some point that may actually be a benefit with the nylon because it may not have the same level of integrity in that applied on stain protector. Now with the smartstrand, the fiber is inherently stain resistant and it will always be a part of that fiber's chemical makeup in perpetuity. So you never need to have anything applied to it other than having it cleaned with hot water extraction. In fact, you could actually do more damage than you are helping it by applying those other treatments, because then they are encapsulating the fiber and making it more likely that stuff sticks to those, as opposed to letting this do what it's designed to do. Now that we've given these an opportunity to soak up a little bit of that wine, let's go ahead and just clean these as much as we can with just some water right out of the sink. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get our water going, and we're just gonna take, and with each of these products that we've applied that red wine to, we're just gonna start pouring the water right over it. And notice, as I'm doing this, with just water right out of the sink, nothing special, nothing spectacular here. And our smartstrand carpet shows almost no signs that this wine was ever applied to it. This water's not hot yet. There's nothing in the water. It's tap water, and I'm in Arizona, so our water's not great. But you can see it cleaned it up pretty easily. Now the same thing, we've got our polyester piece, and we're just going to start pouring that water right over it as well. And once again, we're getting that cleaned out of this relatively easily. So, pretty cool. Now with any stain, the faster you get to it, the easier it's going to be to clean. So we didn't really let these sit for a tremendous amount of time here before we started to apply these. And that's making the job easier for sure. And then we've got our nylon piece. And once again, we're going to rinse that through. All right, so after having cleaned these up, we had our darker piece here from Dreamweaver, the polyester piece, and really no signs of the wine on here after having rinsed it off with the water. And the same thing with our smartstrand piece. This thing cleaned up, and there's no visible presence of the wine any longer on here. On our nylon piece, same thing. It cleaned up almost perfect. There is on this one, and it might be a little bit hard for the camera to see, there is the slightest hint of wine still present on here, but it's very, very faint. And for just as quick of a pass as we did on it, it's really hard to even see it, but I think you may be able to pick it up just depending on a little bit of the lighting here. So guys, just using our very crude method of kitchen sink water washing the carpet out, you can see how when we get a stain in, the water does a really good job of cleaning these stains out. So the quicker that we can get to it, the better off that we're going to be. We also, when we're applying it on an actual floor, we want to try and dab it up first as much as we can with just a dry cloth, and we don't want to be rubbing it in. We want to just be dabbing it so that, like a sponge, our paper towel or whatever we use to dab can absorb some of that out, as opposed to us rubbing it further into the fiber. Because these have a repellent, they're going to do a better job of keeping it there so that whatever we go to clean it with can actually absorb that off of the carpet before it gets in. And like I said, the quicker that we get to it, even after it's set in a little bit, the better opportunity we'll have to wash that out. Nylon is going to be the one that is the hardest to get a lot of our tough stains like wine and coffee out after that's been set in for a while. It's just not as naturally stain resistant. So that repellent is really great in helping us get the best stain protection out of our nylons. But once it's set in, it may be a little bit more work to get it out, and that's where you might need to call your professional cleaner out a little bit faster than with the other fiber types to treat a stain. Again, durability, this product's great, but the stain resistance, you want to be a little bit more aware of. Our smartstrand, on the other hand, is going to be the product that's easiest to clean and get those things out right away and still give us the durability that we have with the nylon. Our polyester piece, great against the stains, but the soiling and the abrasion that creates on it is going to create more of the matting over time. So it's for that reason that the smartstrand fiber is what I put in my own home and what I would personally endorse for the vast majority of you as the best possible fiber type. Again, I'm getting paid nothing, so that's just my honest opinion, but this for me is the clear winner in terms of the technology of this fiber. let's go look and see what happens when we bleach carpet and take a look at the nylon and the smartstrand that we poured bleach over at the beginning of the video. So getting back to our bleached samples of carpet here, we have the smartstrand piece from Kerastan that we applied the bleach to, and you guys don't have the benefit of smelling how much the bleach reeks in here, but it smells like bleach should. However, the bleach has no effect on this smartstrand carpet. In terms of the color fastness of the fiber, the bleach is not going to remove the color from this carpet, and it's in perpetuity. Again, that's not going to change a day from now or 5 days from now. This product is just impervious to losing its color from the bleach. The bleach could end up affecting the backing if we were using that as a consistent cleaning method, so it's not something we really want to celebrate that fact. But again, it goes to show you how naturally resistant this is to any type of permanent staining, soiling, or losing its color through bleach. It's also very fade resistant. So as for myself, living in Arizona, we get a lot of sunlight, and that can actually fade a lot of products, but this is, again, very naturally fade resistant, so it's a great choice for anywhere that gets a tremendous amount of sunlight. Now, by contrast, we get over to our nylon piece, and you can see where that bleach, in about 30 minutes or so, completely bleached out this product. So that is irreversible damage. This isn't something that we can get, a cleaner out and somehow get that color back. I mean, you know what bleach does to your clothing, and once it's in there, it's pretty much ruined something. So on the nylon, that's just an unfortunate element of this particular fiber. As great as the durability is, it falls short once again, and for that reason, I still myself prefer the smartstrand fiber. So there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed that fun little way of us testing out the carpets. And once again, when you go out and you're looking at carpet, you're most likely to see polyester, nylon, or the smartstrand fiber. And the basic breakdown, to recap: polyester, very naturally stain resistant, not great for our high traffic areas because it just doesn't have the durability to hold up to that high level of traffic. Nylon, very durable, perfect for things like stairs, high traffic environments, and if you don't have kids, pets, a lot of potential for staining and soiling, then nylon will do a great job for you. But if we're trying to achieve the most stain and soil resistance that we can, that's where we're going to be best suited with the smartstrand fiber. Again, I'm not saying that nylon is not a good product or that polyester is not a good product, but there is levels of resistance to the stain and soiling, and that's where they kind of rank. So I hope that you guys found that helpful. Again, with all of these products, the manufacturers provide specific instructions. They have warranty brochures, so make sure that you ask for that from whatever store or vendor that you're buying it through, and that they provide you that information so that you know how to get the best results out of your carpet. If you guys found this video helpful, please be sure to hit that like button for me, comment down below with any of your thoughts or additional questions, and let me know what you'd like to see a video on in the future. I really appreciate when you guys share what it is that you'd like to see me talk about. And until next time, I've got a bottle of wine that I gotta figure out what to do with the rest of, so I will talk with you later. Happy remodeling and have a great day.